Well, this is JC one more time. I don't know how I overlooked this poem. It's kind of a cute little poem, I guess. I I was in my poetry place on the internet, where I go sometimes and write a poem or two and chat and one thing and another. Anyhow, and it came up that we should write a poem in the style of someone that we admire, something or other. So anyhow, I thought about this, and I thought about the Edgar Allan Poe poem, "The Raven." And so I thought I'd do a little, a little, what do you call it? Little, I forget what you call it, a little funny thing about that. Just I'll use that tempo and that setup and everything, but it won't be it won't be about a raven. So I'll go ahead and do it for you. It's called "The Craven," and it's an original poem by J.C. J.C. sings. So anyhow, it goes like this. I had to wear my glasses. This sometimes I get excited during this poem. If I fall on the floor, the chain holds my glasses. No, I'm just kidding. Anyhow, I kind of want to do this poem for you eventually when I get around to it. I had around to it one time. My sister said, "Here," and she handed me a little round piece of paper like that, and then it had said "to it," T-U-I-T on it. So she says, "Here, now you don't have any excuses." And of course, I didn't appreciate that too much. But anyhow, here's the poem. It's called "The Craven." It goes: Once upon a midnight's cheer, as I downed a keg of beer and some vodka, I cannot remember what I had before. As I crawled out of my trappings, I thought I heard several tappings, as of someone gently rapping on my trailer door. 'Tis some neighbor who is tapping on my trailer door. A nosy neighbor like before, only this and nothing more. It was in the start of spring. If I can start remembering, maybe it was in the summer. I don't know. What a bummer. If I try, I might remember where I was this last December. Not that it a difference makes. Concentration's what it takes. If I can just put on the brakes, I'll think of where I was before. Where in heck I was before. Only this and nothing more. It was hot inside my den, but I thought I'll let her in. But wait, it might not be a her. It could just as well be a him. Well, what the hey, I said to me. Either way, I'll be friendly. So I'll just take a stroll on, or if I can just level the floor and do what I started before, open up the trailer door. Open wide my trailer door. Only this and nothing more. I thought my head had cleared up, and I sat down my empty cup. I sometimes drink right from the keg. No, I'm just pulling your leg. I always used glasses before, but I don't use them anymore. A couple broke on my nightstand, and shards of glass had cut my hand, so I don't use them anymore. Now, what was I doing before? I'm just sitting on the floor, only sitting, nothing more. Somehow I cannot remember where I was this last September. Hey, I just recalled a song I used to hear. It wasn't long ago. I hummed it in her ear. I can't think now. It isn't clear. I heard a rapping in my head, a raucous tapping in my head. Well, it's not there now in my head. The rapping's gone now from my head, and I don't hear it anymore. Only silence, nothing more. The last beer went right to my head. It may be time I went to bed. I never made it to the door, but I can't get up off the floor. It's why I'm sitting on the floor, 'cause I can't stand up anymore. I'll pull a blanket off the bed and roll it right here on the floor. Sleep here on the trailer floor. Only sleep and nothing more. P.S. When I get up from the floor, if I get up from the floor, I'll quit the booze forevermore. Just kidding. Nighty night. This is JC, and this is my poem. I'll see you down the road if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise.